Hello, hello, and welcome back to Temptations Ballad. I guess we're gonna see the duel finally. Hopefully, I'm excited. As the two hyenas stood off at the center of the arena, the crowd looked on with excitement. Sid peered at Cole's small frame in the distance anxiously. Was he going to reveal his spellcasting ability to this crowd? Sure, he cast Prestidigitation earlier to make his voice loud, but that could be explained away with a few arcane crystals. A combat magic, on the other hand, there was just no hiding it. What's the matter, little fraud? It's not too late to surrender before you get hurt. Oh, I'm feeling just fine and groovy. What, you afraid of losing to a commoner? A Colder let out an amused scoff. The sun shall turn cold before I, and esteemed noble heir, lose to the likes of you. I will take pleasure in forcing your hand as a mage. No matter. It matters not what reasons you have for hiding your abilities. I will drag it into the light for all to see. Cole felt a familiar slithering sensation over his shoulder as Malice poked his head out. Puny mortal, are you certain you can win? Please remain vigilant. If you get clobbered by this man, I will feel all the blows as well. I could probably take this guy. Wizard class mages have strong magic, but physically, they're as resilient as wet paper. One good hit, and I can break whatever concentration he needs for spellcasting. Should you get in trouble, you should consider my proposal. A pact with a demon such as I would grant you more than enough power to crush this despicable man. I can feel it. The temptation to humiliate him is bubbling up within you. Cole let out a low laugh. Your marketing skills are getting better. I can give you that. I can take this foppish asshole on my own, though. Thanks. In the tower above them, a festival announcer cleared his throat loudly. Combatants, are you prepared? Now, may the duel commence. Oh, it's time to duel. Ooh. I like this. That's it. I like this character a lot. I know that everyone could predict that, but, like, he's fun. Calder immediately stepped forward, arms outstretched. Fire erupts from his palms in a violent, swirling mass as the hyena chuckled gleefully. Behold, my true might! This is the arcane prowess of House O'Shaughnessy has at its disposal. Still think you can take on the likes of me, little fraud? Well, fuck. Oh, boo-hoo. The wizard casts fireball. How original. Huh! Petty insults will not save you from my flames. Malice pokes his head out of Cole's pocket with a squint. Hey, puny mortal. My offer is still open. Shush. Shut up. I got this. Okay. Cole raised his lute over his head and began strumming it wildly. The crowd leaned forward, craning their heads for any sign of magic, but there was nothing save for the out-of-tune twangs of his lute. What is this nonsense supposed to be? You mean you can't sense it? I thought your house was supposed to be arcane experts. Look closer. Calder squints. What are you talking about? There's not an ounce of magic anywhere near... A sharp smack echoes through the arena. As Calder dropped to the floor like a sack of potatoes, Cole immediately leapt forward with his lute raised. The crowd watched with a mix of horror and fascination as Cole proceeded to clobber the utter shit out of him on the arena floor. Yeah, can't concentrate on your fancy spells now, can you? Fucking wizards, always talking shit when all they do is bury their face in books all damn day. This ain't my first time in a street fight. Calder braced his arms over his head, spluttering furiously in panic. But wait! Get off of me, you brute! This isn't how this duel was supposed to go! Yeah, come on. Come on, Calder. Get your game on, you know. I said nothing, but I said nothing about a strictly magic duel when I challenged you. Now did I? Get fucked, asshole. Announcer, surely this is against the rules somehow. The festival announcer scratched his head as the scene unfolded before him. I suppose I should break this up. No. Give them a few more minutes. This Calder might still turn things around. The announcer looks at her incredulously. Ma'am, this guy's just getting his ass beaten into the dirt. He's literally crying out for the duel to end. Despite her veiled face, the announcer could swear that Lady Osmia was smirking widely, as she watched the fight below. Nay, we must respect these fighters and their competitive spirit of the festival. Give them a few more minutes. I yield! Oh, please call an end to this outrage. What? I can't hear you from down there. Please speak up. I heard him loud and clear. Perhaps I should... No. The smacking and screaming went on for a little while longer. In the end, Sid started to feel bad for the guy and ran into the field with Artemi, following closely behind to break up the fight. Hey, boss. I think he gets the point. Maybe ease up a bit. No. Keep it up. You have done well, Cole. Sir Morrow would be proud if he were here to witness your deed. But he's not here right now, so ease up, all right. Cole let out a huff and finally holstered his lute. Fine. My arms were getting tired anyway. You shouldn't have gone through... You didn't have to go through all of this trouble for me. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. But next time, you can save me the trouble of clobber the guy yourself. Don't worry, I'll make Hamish pay for whatever assault charges get thrown at you. Stand up for yourself, dude. Crawling back on his feet and nursing his bruised head, Calder jabbed an accusing a finger at their group. I shan't forget this humiliation. Collodi Bonebreaker. One day, I vow to pay back your brutish deeds tenfold. The crowd around them let out a bellowing wave of laughter, followed by jeering boos and snickers. Calder's face flushed red with embarrassment and shame. He hastily ran off the field without another word. Finally, the festival announcer's voice rang through the arena once more. And that concludes our impromptu and comedic duel. Thank you, Sir Calder and Collodi, for your excellent performance. Now allow us to proceed back on schedule. Up next is the jousting tournament. May the participants please make their way into the ring. Our first competitor will be... There was a brief rustle of parchment as the announcer flipped through with his list. Oh. Well, this is, Our first competitor will be Artemi versus Calder O'Shaughnessy. What? The injured hyena had barely made it back to his seat before jerking his head up in shock. From across the field, Artemi shot him a predatory smile. My, how fortuitous. Kick his ass for me, will you? It will be my pleasure. And Cole grinned and raised his hand for a fist bump. Artemi stared at it for several long moments before turkeying it with a frown. How? Is this the correct response? I'm unfamiliar with this gesture. Dude, it's a fist bump. You're supposed to bump fists to psych yourself up. Ah, I see. This is a high five, but with the promise of violence. I will not let you down, Cole. And Sid, rest assured that Calder O'Shaughnessy will be thoroughly punished for his deeds. Sid watched his two gleeful friends with a concerned look. You guys are a little scary sometimes. We are defending your honor, as friends should. Anyways, I must be off to prepare for my joust. Wish me luck. Well, we better get back to our seats before someone takes them. You coming, boss? Cole was staring out into the sea of people in the viewing booths with an apprehensive expression. Oh, sorry. I think it's actually time for me to go. Sid blinked in surprise. Go where? The tournament is about to start. Aren't you going to stay and watch? And Cole shook his head firmly. Afraid I can't. There's something important I have to do before the brawl begins. Sid's shoulders slumped. So you won't be watching me fight? Unfortunately. Sorry I won't get to watch you kick ass out there. I know you'll do great, though. A big guy like you with Clyde's masterwork weapon, I doubt anyone will stand a chance against you. If you say so. Sid yelped as Cole suddenly leaned forward and planted a firm kiss on his cheek. A warm wave of calm washes over him as Cole's bardic inspiration filled his body with arcane strength. It felt like a firm, loving hug in spell form. Keep your chin up, all right? You're my lackey. Go show people what it means to mess with our little adventuring party. Despite the dreadful lull that weighed over Sid's shoulders, the edge of his lips twitched into a small smile. I'll do my best. It's the least I can do. Good luck on whatever you're off to work on, boss. Cole shrugged. No rest for the wicked. I'll see you after the tournament's ends, buddy. Alright, let's get back on track. The first round of the Firefly Festival jousting tournament is about to begin. Are our honorable participants ready? The crowd's cheers shook the stadium as everyone looked on in anticipation. Artemi shuffled in place and gripped her jousting lance tightly. On the other side of the field, Calder O'Shaughnessy rode into position on top of a handsomely pampered feral horse. The steed looks in excellent health and was clearly expensively cared for. Typical of what one might expect from a noble. Despite his bruised face and slightly bleeding nose, Calder managed to look down on Artemi with an air of superiority. What is the matter, my dear chosen one? It appears you are not in possession of a steed. How are you expected to joust without one? What, do you intend to run at me with, like some beast of burden? If you are in need of a horse, just ask. I am sure the generosity of House O'Shaughnessy will be happy to accommodate you. Artemi adjusted the handle on her lance coldly. I respectfully decline. Need I remind you that I am a paladin? Perhaps it is best that you worry about yourself, as you always do. Calder scoffed and sneered, his feral horse in position. Suit yourself. I look forward to the, praise grandfather will grant me once I best the creators chosen in a joust. Artemi smiled, silently made a mental note to apologize to Cole for any grief she had given him for his vice. She had no idea that there exists someone far worse. Cole appeared like an absolute paragon in comparison. She was going to take great pleasure in knocking Calder off his high horse. Artemi turned towards Sid's direction with her lance held high. I dedicate this match to my dear friend, Sid Shriekwood. May this set an example to all who dare insult my companion in arms. From the viewing booth, Sid fidgeted nervously as he watched the very horseless knight proclaim loudly to the crowd. Thanks, Artie, but maybe we shouldn't count our chickens before they hatch. The shrill voice of the festival announcer suddenly pierced the stadium air once more. Get in position. Now, may the joust begin! Calder's horse immediately dashed forward and made a mad gallop towards Artemi, lance pointing forward. Artemi was unfazed. The crowd watched in utter confusion as she crouched down onto the grass like a predator poised to strike. What in the world are you doing? Ah, well, whatever, I suppose. It will be happy to take this easy win. Oh, I will be happy to take this easy win. Artemi smirked. Suddenly, she launched herself forward, arms outstretched. Lightning danced from the palm of her hand, like long, furious rains. Call steed. The metallic smell of ozone filled the air. The brilliant blaze of lightning hurt to look at as Artemi and her steed rushed forward, lance at the ready. Grass singed and burned below them, showers of sparks glinting off her armor as she flew towards Calder at lightning speed. What? Wait! I yield! I yield! What? I can't hear you. It's too bright in here. Moments before the two horses collide, the arena was consumed in a burst of blinding celestial light. Everyone in the audience shielded their eyes. No one could see what was happening. After a beat, the light slowly faded away to reveal what remained of the joust. Calder was curled up in a fetal position on the grass, his horse fleeing the scene in terrified sprint. Artemi's celestial steed had disappeared as well. She stood over Calder's prone body, gingerly poking him with her lance, like one might poke roadkill to test if it was still alive. Come on, stop overreacting. It wasn't that bad. I almost died! Surely, this has to be against the rules. There was an attempted murder. You leapt off your horse and began sobbing on the ground before I could even reach you. Where is your competitive spirit? I came here to joust in a tournament, not to babysit frightened children. Come on, get back on your steed. We're doing this again. The festival announcer's bewildered voice sounded across the arena. Well, in accordance to the rules, Sir Calder has proclaimed his surrender and yielded to you. But wait! Nobody said anything about summoning your own steed in this competition. Surely the Chosen is disqualified on that alone. Well... Maeve Osmia quietly cleared her throat. There are currently no rules pertaining to what type of horse participants may ride in the jousting tournament. Despite its celestial and summoned nature, Lady Artemi's steed was still a horse, and still falls within the tournament's parameters. This is an outrage! She tried to kill me! You should learn to take defeat with grace. This is a jousting tournament. Having lances pointing your way should be expected. Artemi turned towards Sid's viewing booth with a grin. Do you see that? Did you see that, Sir Sid? Your honor has been avenged. As Sid scratched his head, and as he looked at Calder, prone and sobbing on the burnt grassy floor. I mean, this guy was an asshole, but I think you guys broke him. Artemi waved her lance in the air and laughed with glee. I never expected this tournament to be so much fun. It feels nice to finally let loose for once. Dear announcer, who will I face next? The sound of furiously rustling parchment and nervous whispering filled the air. After a beat, the festival announcer faced the audience with a hint of despair. Well, about that. Artemi blinked. Is something the matter? All of the other joust participants had just surrendered their spot in the tournament. That means our winner will automatically go to you, Artemi. No one clapped through this sea of confused looks. Artemi gaped up at the viewing tower with dismay. What? Just like that? What about the competition? We are here to joust, are we not? The festival announcer cleared his throat nervously. I don't know how else to break it to you, but nobody here wants to face off against the Creator's Chosen and her giant lightning horse. Disappointment and bewilderment spread across Artemi's face as she looked around the arena. Wait, did I ruin the tournament? Sorry, I got carried away. I didn't mean to. Yes you did. Why can't you people ever stick to the schedule? First the king and queen had to fucking die, and then nobody wanted to take the damn organizer job. And then this uncultured druid just waltzes in to replace my boss. And then you, folks just had to host a duel and then summon a giant glowing horse, didn't you? I didn't get paid enough for this. Ahem. There was a pause and a brief, scuffle up at the viewing tower. After a beat, Lady Osmia poked her head out towards the crowd. This concludes the Firefly Festival Jousting Tournament. Thank you to all who participated. Please remain patient while we set up the Brawling Tournament. It should take but a moment. Okay. I think I'll end the part here. That was a lot of fun. But I'll see you around, everyone.